Hello guys, you're welcome to Rugged Fashion TV. Today we will be making off-shoulder princess bustier. It's an Igbo blouse actually, so I'll put you through on the simplest and easiest method to get your off-shoulder bustier princess start. So let's go. So from the client wants the off-shoulder not to be too exposed, so in this case I'll just subtract 5 inches from the total length of the blouse. So I'll mark ½ inch here and roll up, but since I'm in a hurry, I can just do it this way. It's the best way to. So my bust point is 11, I'll add ½ inch to it. My under bust is 15, I'll add ½ inch to it, make it 15.5. My blouse length is 25, I'll add ½ inch to it plus my 2 inches for my allowance. So I'll do the same thing here. Then rule out my lines. So now this is my bust point, this is my under bust, and this is my blouse length. But I would want to also take into consideration my chest line. It helps me in determining the exposure of the bust whenever I'm making off shoulders mostly. So I'll take my distance from my under bust to my bust point. That's what I'll just take up. Here is 4 inches, so I'll just go ahead and mark 4 inches. So marking 4 inches. So this is my chest line. So the bust span, which is nipple to nipple, is 8 inches. I'll divide it by 2 and add my ½ inch sewing allowance. In this case it will give me 4.5. So I'll just go ahead and mark 4.5 all the way down. Do that for here too, which is chest line. So after we have this on our under bust, we'll come in by ½ inch here, and then whatever we get, our distance between the under bust and bust point, divide it by 2. Here is given, we are having 4 inches. So if we divide it, we'll get 2 inches. So this other side, not the center, middle part of the cloth or the pattern, this side will add 2 inches. So this is it. So whatever we do here at the side, we'll also do it at the chest line. So we'll have our 2 inches too. Then we'll go ahead and draw out our that. Here we come up by ½ inch, come down by ½ inch. It helps when making a bustier. So we have the cup now. Then on this, the top part from the bust span line, we'll mark 1 inch. or you can just do it this way. Whatever you have from here to here, you add ½ inch to it and just mark here. So I'll just prefer using this method. It's very easy for me. So at the top of my chest line, I'll just come out by 1 inch. We're good to go. Now, since it's an Igbo blouse, there won't be need for maybe adding a that at the hip line or the blouse length. So we'll just go on and join it this way. I've been using this method for a very long time, and it really works for me. I don't have issues with it at all. So now we'll have to get our shoulder. After marking out our cup, mark our shoulder. Since we are doing this on a pattern, I will show you the straightforward method. Then maybe subsequently I will give you on the procedures on how to cut on our fabric, which I prefer using my lining to cut. So we have this now. Our shoulder is 16, divided by 2, we get 8. So come here. So come here, mark 8. Then the distance between here and here, which is 3, we come and put it here. Then we'll add 2 inches. Then we add 2 inches. So it's on that place we mark our armhole. Our armhole formula is the bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So in this case, I'll just go and mark my 8. The bust in this tutorial is 41. So the bust is 41. The bust 41. Bust point 11. Under bust 34. Add the numbers. And this is 15. This is the bust point. When we have the blouse length, this is 35 inches. Then on this hip line, we have a hip of 42 inches. So on our chest line, we'll mark our armhole line rather. We'll go ahead and mark our measurements. That is circumference measurement. So the bust is 41. If we divide it, if we divide it by 4, we get 10.25. Mark the 10.25. We'll come to this line. Whatever we get in this, the dot, whatever we get as our dot, this 1.5, we'll add it to this. Then we'll add our 2 inches. Sometimes I use 2.5. So it depends on what you want. So in this, I'll just go ahead and use my 2.5. There's no need to worry about this. After you join this side, you can always trim. That's what I do. I'll just go ahead and trim. So we have this. Then this is the measurement. Instead of doing my measurement of this bust point, I'll just go ahead and put it on my chest line. So that's how it goes. So on my under bust now, Now that bus is 34, which is 8.5. I'll just mark divided by 4. It's 8.5. 8.5. Then come here, get my dot 2.5. Mark it. Then I'll have my 2.5 and my allowance. Big is 42. If you divide it by 10, you have 10.5. Mark 10.5 here. Then our dot is 0.75 plus 2.5. So we're almost done with it. So at the edge, I'll just curve it in. I'll come up by 1.5. Just have a little curve. So this is the front part. We'll be cutting off this part. So this is the front part of a Bustier. The front part. So if you have any issues, let me know. So we'll just go ahead, cut. So I'll just cut. If you follow this method very well, you'll get an outstanding Bustier. Very simple. So we have the front part, the back part. So now to cut the back part is not hard. We just use the back part is not hard. We'll just use this front part to get our back part. So at the back we would add our zip allowance. In this case I'll use 1.5. So the front and the back is basically the same. The only difference is the bus cup or the cup. So in this part for the, I'll just go ahead and fold it this way. Fold it this way to get my back parts and my front parts respectively. So I can do this, put it this way. this is front part, the back, front and back part. Here's the front fold. And this is zip along. So this is for the back. And then I've got the side back now. So it's pretty easy, just use the same pattern, eliminate the bust cup, then use the same pattern to cut. Here's the front side. And this is the back part. So